The fall of FC Barcelona. How greed and bad decisions ruined the Superclub, once the most feared team in Europe, now struggling to pay wages. Once a club of legends, now a lesson in how not to run a football empire. What happened to FC Barcelona, the club that gave us Ronaldinho's smile, Messi's magic, and Guardiola's perfect football? Behind the goals and glory was a storm quietly building: reckless spending, shady leadership, and the illusion of unlimited success. This is not just about football. This is about ego, mismanagement, and the brutal downfall of a club that thought it was untouchable. The rise of dynasty was born. It all started with a philosophy: misqun club more than a club. Barcelona wasn't just about winning. It was about how you win. From Johan Cruyff to Pep Guardiola, Barca built a dynasty based on La Masia, youth development, and beautiful football. They didn't buy stars, they made them. 2009 to 2015 was their golden era. Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets, a team that played symphonies on the pitch. For Champions League trophies in a decade. Countless domestic titles. The envy of world football. But success is a tricky thing. It makes you forget how you got there. And that's where the cracks began. The spending spiral from strategy to stupidity. After Neymar left for PSG in 2017, everything changed. Barcelona panicked. They didn't rebuild. They splurged. €222 million from Neymar's sale wasted. Coutinho, €160 million. Dembele, €140 million. Griezmann, €120 million. None of them became Neymar's replacement. And none of them truly fit Barca's system. The club shifted from smart signings to shiny toys. They paid top dollar for hype, not for harmony. While Real Madrid was quietly investing in young talent, Barcelona was throwing money at short-term fixes. The result: a bloated squad, wage bills through the roof, and no chemistry on the pitch. The presidents who failed the club. Let's talk about the men in charge, the real villains of this story. Sandro Rosell and Josep Maria Bartomeu. Two presidents who prioritized power over principles. Under their leadership, Barca turned into a political playground. They misused club resources, approved unsustainable contracts, and even hired companies to attack players and legends online, including Messi. Bartomeu's board racked up over €1 billion in debt. They sold the future for the present, and not even a good present. By the time they left, they'd turned one of the world's richest clubs into a financial disaster. Messi's exit, the ultimate betrayal. In 2021, it finally hit rock bottom. Lionel Messi, the greatest player in Barcelona's history, left the club not because he wanted to, but because they couldn't afford to keep him. Imagine that. Losing your captain, your legend, your identity because of reckless accounting. Messi cried. The fans wept. The world watched in disbelief. Barcelona didn't just lose a player. They lost their soul. The Super League and desperation deals. Desperate for money, Barcelona signed onto the failed Super League project, a last-ditch effort to secure cash, even if it meant betraying football tradition. When that failed, they sold 25% of their future TV rights just to register new players. They called them economic levers, but in truth, it was selling tomorrow to survive today. They gambled again and again. They signed Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Count top players, yes, but again with borrowed money. Will it work long-term, or is it another high-stakes bluff? La Masia forgotten the identity crisis. For years, La Masia was the heartbeat of Barcelona. But in chasing big names, they neglected the very system that made them great. Instead of trusting youth, they blocked their paths with expensive imports. Talents like Alex Moriba, Ansu Fati, and even Pedri were left in limbo. Meanwhile, Real Madrid was promoting Valverde, Vinicius, Rodrigo, and winning trophies. Barcelona forgot who they were. They traded identity for image. Development for drama. The fans left with the broken pieces. And what about the fans? The millions who stood by this club through thick and thin. They watched their heroes leave. They watched the trophies stop. And now, they watch their club become a shadow of itself. Ticket prices rise. Promises are broken. And all they can do is hope that someday the real Barcelona will return. Warning to all clubs. The fall of Barcelona is more than just a football tragedy. It's a warning. A club too big to fail failed. Not because of players, but because of people in suits. If Barca can fall, so can anyone. Speech Balloon, let us know in the comments, can Barcelona rise again, or is the golden era gone for good?